My name is Gusti Budiarta, and I'm originally from Bali in Indonesia, but now I live in upstate New York. I just graduated this spring from Cornell University. I was studying international development. I was focusing on international disability rights and international human rights. I came to WID as a fellow from the American Associations of People with Disabilities in June 2021. I'm interested in working with an organization that has focused on both international and national disability issues. I have some experience working in community inclusions, and in college I learned about international human rights and disability rights, but I had limited knowledge of national disability issues here in the United States and how that connects with international disability topics. So in May 2021, AAPD connected me with Kat from WID to learn more about WID's work. So I think WID is one of the several organizations that combine these two domains, and I think WID is the place for me to achieve my learning goals. I worked on several projects at WID. In June 2021, I started working on the ABLE 101 documents, adding new information related to the Able Age Adjustment Act. Through this project, I learned a lot about financial independence among disability communities here in the United States. I was also working on the initial analysis of the Better Care, Better Jobs Acts with Melissa and other people at WID. Melissa is the policy advisor at WID. Later, this work has also been incorporated into a further analysis on the Biden infrastructure plan. And another project with Melissa, I also had the opportunity to conduct a brief analysis on the Disaster Relief Medicaid Act, or DERMA. With Melissa, I also had the opportunity to conduct a brief analysis on the Real Emergency Access for Aging and Disability Inclusions for Disaster Acts, or the READY Act. I also worked with Dawn for a research project in disaster case management. Dawn is an emergency disaster and climate resilience specialist at WID. I learned a lot from these projects. During my time at WID, I learned the culture working in an international NGO that work with people with disabilities. I learned what inclusion means for people with disabilities, not only here in the US, but also for people from other countries that WID has worked with. I also had the opportunity to understand more about the US policies that are related to disability. I think my experience has been great, being able to interact with people at WID who have expertise in the field of disabilities, both in the context of national disability issues and international disability issues, and they wanted to share their personal and professional experience working in the topic of inclusion and disability. Another thing that I want to mention is the inclusive work environment at WID. As a person with disabilities myself, I was comfortable to ask for accommodations or disclosing my disabilities to my supervisor and talk to my supervisor if I need day offs because I have doctor appointments or something like that. So this inclusive environment allows me to be comfortable talking with people and to focus on my learning goals. I hope that more organizations can be like this in the future, not only organizations that work with people with disabilities.